Okay. If you can type 1, if you can hear me. Okay, great, perfect. Okay, cool. Awesome. Welcome, everybody. This is our WooBuddy live workshop. So today we are going to work on some dinosaurs. So while we are waiting more people to join in, let's briefly to talk about our company. So if you see, all right, so my name is Jackie. I'm the creator, founder of WooBuddy. So I was an art teacher, and also I was an animator at Electronic Arts, and also story artist at Lucasfilm. I was working on the Star Wars and also some of the video games. But about like 10 years ago or 12 years ago, I started WooBuddies because I love to create characters, create creatures my own. And also needle felting just so much fun. So that's why I started this company, and it's quite a journey. So there's a lot of up and down and learning. And now we are, because the pandemic, so we are more towards to the e-commerce. And before that, I was at a lot of trade shows like comic conventions, makers fair, gift shows. It's really fun. So now I found this actually is a good way to meet people online and talk to people. Okay, great. And so who's WooBuddy? So WooBuddy, actually we're focusing on the art of needle felting. So this is one of my favorite art form because this is like a sculpting. So we can sculpt the wool, make it into a shape. And the needle felting is very, before we talk about this question. So I want to ask you guys, so let's stop the sharing so I can see everybody. Okay, so how many of you done felting before? So you can type 1 if you've done felting before. If you haven't done any of the felting, you can type 2. So I can get an idea how what's the people level. So how, okay, so a lot of people done before. Okay, great, perfect. Okay, so we have 1. Okay, perfect. So this class I want to do is more of interactive. So if you have any questions or you want to know anything, you can just ask me. So you can turn on your mic and ask me anytime. Okay, because sometimes I talk fast or I work fast. So if you're not clear, so welcome to stop me and I can show you again. And also this class is recorded. So if you're not catching up some of the part, you can go back and watch recording, and after class, and we will send out the recording link, and you can rewatch that again. And also, right. And how many of you know WooBuddy before? So, or you are brand new? Okay, so yeah, that's awesome. Okay, if you can type in the chat, if you know felting before, you can type, let me see. You can type 5 if you already know WooBuddy, or if you don't know WooBuddy, you can type in 6. Okay, so most of the people already know. Okay, great, perfect. Yeah, so if you want to know some of the story behind, so you can ask me, because we are in the workshop, I always talk about some of the story behind it and also some of the story we learn. So, okay. Kate said this is a 5th class with me. Okay, great, perfect, awesome. Great, I remember you. All right, okay. So Jennifer, you have a question? You can turn on your mic and they can talk to me. Oh, despair, where is it? Okay, cool. All right, so so if you don't know needle felting, I will talk really quick to talk about. So first thing is the safety. So you need to use the needle, so be very careful. The key is do it slow And I will remind everybody when we work. So because the needle is really sharp, so don't poke yourself. But sometimes, so you can hold your piece and then I will do a demo. Don't worry. Okay, so yeah, Jennifer, don't worry. You can turn on your. I don't think your. You can click on there's a microphone icon, and then it will bring your microphone to unmute. Great. Yeah, Jennifer, do you have a question? You can. Yeah, I can hear you.
Nope, all is good.
Okay, great. Awesome. Cool. Okay, so needle felting. Let's go really quick. Needle felting. So needle felting basically is using needle and to poke the fiber. So there's a several different type of needle. You can see there's a triangle, there's a star, but I recommend use the triangle one. It's good. And also the needle has a different gadgets. So some of the needle are very small. So some of the needle are bigger. It's depend on the project you use. So we recommend use the 38. So those are very easy to use, or 36. 36 actually is bigger than the 38. So 40, the size 40 is very small, very fine, but those are really easy to break. So don't recommend, but if you have a tool, then you can use those to load in your tool. So try it. I don't recommend use a star because those are very expensive, and also it's not purpose for those. And also be very careful. Sometimes there's a reverse the needle. So reverse needle is when you poke, you actually fluffen up. It's not like a compressor. It actually make it very soft. You take out, so it's actually the needle actually take out the fiber. Okay. And then next tool you need is the felting mat. So you need a work surface. So if you, I think all of you got a kit. Our newest kit has a little felting mat inside. So those are the little sample of our felting mat. So those are great. And we also sell different sizes of felting mat. So like this is the medium one, the regular one I use. And also we have a larger size too. And then the material, so the material we are using wool, 100% wool, and wool has a different, sheep has a different breed, right? So like mohair, alpaca, merino. So we are using Cordell here. So those are very easy to felt. Merino is very fine. Alpaca is very smooth. So those are a little bit harder to felt, but it depends on if you like it. And then you can use the brush to mix the color. Okay, I think that is the most. Do you have any questions so far? And then we can start working on the project. Are you good? Any questions? Yeah, if there's some part you don't understand or you need some more information, you can tap in the chat, or you can just turn on your mic and
I have a question.
Yeah.
If I don't have the felting brush, can I use my hands, or is there another thing that I could use?
Yeah, that's a great question. So you can use your hand, but that takes a while. Or if you have a dog brush, you need 2 dog brush, you can brush them together. Yeah, but at the beginning, if you just need to mix a little bit and try it out, you can just use a hand. I will show you when we work on the project. Yeah, remind me if I didn't show you, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Great. So, all right. Okay, so let's get started. Let me share my. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. Okay, great. So you can see my camera, right? Okay. So because today it's just me. So if anything happen, let me know. And Lenny is here, and she also will help us to will remind me. So the co-host. Yeah, if anything like audio or video doesn't work, let me know right away. And I can fix it because I'm operating in my studio by myself. So okay, so let's get started. So we got everything set it up. Okay, so I think all of you have this kit. This is our newest kit. I'm very exciting, and this is a very fun. One of my favorite subject is the dinosaur since I was a kid. And then we did post the vote on our social media. Said a lot of people love the Triceratops, and also the next week we are going to work on the T-Rex. So today we are going to work on the Triceratops. Actually, Triceratops is a little bit easier than the T-Rex. Let's see. So this design, actually, I simplified quite a bit. Okay. And in the kit, you can see, so let's open up the, kind of explain a little bit what you have in the kit. So it has a 2 needles, so they are 38, size 38, actually 4 needles. The reason is sometimes it breaks, then you still have a backup. So when you break the first one, then you kind of know what's wrong with your pose or what's wrong how you operate it. So you kind of learn from the process. Okay, and there's a booklet to show you the steps of make those 4. So we have T-Rex, Stegosaurus, and some other dinosaurs. Okay, and one of my favorite, this is the mini mat. So this is a great, so the same thing as this, but just a smaller. So if you want to make like a really big size, you can use a bigger one. But this is a great for just because we cannot put a big one in the box. That's too heavy and too big. So this kind of give you a test to start it. Because our kit, we use a foam, but we found foam is not very environmental friendly and also too easy to break up. So this can last many, many years. So you can reuse this over and over. Okay, and have lots of different colors. So today, I will use this color, but you are actually welcome to use any color you like in, okay. All right, so that's the kit. Put this away. All right, so let's get started. Right, so first thing you want to do, let's just switch the camera. So first thing you want to do is to bring your, so if you are going to do, to join the next week workshop, so you want to save some material, but this is a good amount of material, so you don't want to use the whole thing because next week we are still using the white wool as well. So you can separate them. So if you want to make it 2 characters, you can separate 2, or you can even just a quarter. So because if we want to make 4 of the dinosaur. So I would do just a quarter of it. So this still has a big amount, and this is so probably more.
Hey, Jackie,
Yep.
if I still have some of your round balls, like like it looks like the snowball, can I use that to start with?
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
Oh,
that's a
cool.
great idea.
Right.
If you still have those softball, those are great. And then you can start from there and then use the Y and start to sculpt. And that's
Okay.
also a great idea.
Okay.
Anything you want. Another tip is if some of the color you don't need, for example, I'm not going to use the pink. So I can use this pink, put it in the middle. So this will be the core because we are covering the material. So we don't, so for example, if it is pink, I don't need, so I'm building the characters and I don't think I'm going to use a pink. So you can put a pink in the middle and then wrap with the white. And then so that way actually you can make a bigger size. Yeah, that's a, so you can use a whole material from the box. Okay, but I recommend don't make it too big. Because we only have about 2 hours, so we want you to be able to finish the characters in the class. So, okay. All right, so everybody ready? Let's see. All right, so the first thing you want to organize your material, and then you want to roll this into a shape. So you want to roll this into a shape. So you want to squeeze out the material, squeeze out the air as much as you can. So you can see I'm kind of like you are rolling a sleeping bag. And to the very end, I have this little extra, and then I can just fold it and then hold it, and then use a felting needle, just poke the fiber. And you can see I'm holding like that, and then just poke in the middle. So very relaxing. So just poke a little bit. And then you can release your finger and just see if the shape holds. Right, so but I found this part is very soft. So you kind of check your work. So here I'm aiming to do a little cylinder shape. So that's actually, it's like kind of like a pillow. It's very simple shape. So this will be the body and also the head. And don't overwork this, because we are going to put a layer, put the design. So just poke the fiber. Okay, just a little bit. You can use your hand to move them around and see if this is good. The thing we're looking for is they are not fall apart, and that's good. And also some part you can use your hand to feel it. So if this is a very even, so or some part is like still very soft, you might need to add more to make it a little bit even.
Jackie, did you say that it's okay to use the snowballs for this project?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, let me grab some snowballs so I can show you how you can use that too. Yeah, the snowball we create is just for you to help you to speed up. So this is actually the same thing, and you can kind of use your hand to squeeze this a little. So because we want a little longer shape, right? The ball is like the ball, but if I want longer, but they are soft, so you can kind of stretch them a little, and then remember to poke it. Okay, and then we have a base to start. So if you work from scratch, this is a good to from the very beginning. Okay, so now we have this pillow shape. Let's see how's everybody doing. It's good. Okay, great. Jenny's good. Laura's good. Yeah, great. Jennifer's good. Yeah. So yeah, if I'm running too fast, let me know. And yeah, you can continue work on those too. Okay, so the next part. So let's look at the design. So you can see this actually is the middle part, the body, right? And the head, we can start to shape it later. And also we need a little tail, but I will show you, we want to put the color first, and then we start working on the tail. So that way we can really sculpt this to the proportion we like, okay? So the next part is to put a color. So here I'm using this yellow color, yellowish brown. So I want a thin layer. You don't want to use the whole thing. You want to save some because later on we are creating the legs and the tail. We are using the pure color, the full color. So you want to save some for later use. Yeah, but it should have a plenty. Okay, so but here we can talk a little bit about the mixing color. Let's see. So for example, if this is this color is a little bit too even, so I want to create a little texture for this. The best way is using brush, so you can use a brush to mix it. But if you don't have a brush, what can you do? So what you can do is you can use your hand. So grab your base color. So you want to make it smooth. You make it separate them, and then put the extra color. So here I'm using this tan color, like that. You can see it's lighter on top, right? And then you can just use your hand to mix it. So this will not mix as much as like the brush, but it actually start to blend, can create the mixing color. So very gentle, kind of blend this fiber together. Okay, so this is great for the texturing. So sometimes when we design a character, when we see the painting, we see the light. So light on the back and the bottom is a shadow. So we can mix a little bit of a darker color and then put on the bottom. And then so you get the more three-dimensional. So this is the hand mixer color. So you can see a little bit of difference. You can see a little bit of texture here. Okay. So the next step, so we have this pillow shape, and then we can put a color. So let's save this for later use. And then here, so you want a thin layer, very thin layer. So that way you can save material. And then just wrap it. Before you wrap it, I will always do is to place this on top and then start poking to lock one end. And then I have a freedom to move them. So I don't want them to overlap too much, so I can move them. And then just poke. So you see, I'm not poking the whole thing yet. Then I can put another piece here. So I would say the material management is hard. A lot of time is I know I'm going to run out of color, so how can I save it? So if it's not necessary, it's not showing, then I will save it. Okay, so So now I have, so this is still a little bit of blank spot and I haven't touched that yet. I can start to patch them up. So I can just put a small amount and cover that. And then here. Okay. So just poke them in. So even still a little fluff, that's totally fine. Okay, so now I put all the color, I think here is still a little blank spot. Okay. So once you put a color and you want to check, it's not done yet, but I want to check, see if every thing's good. So all looks fine. So there's no area still very soft or not very, the texture is not even. So then I can work on that part. Okay. And so I want to introduce you another tool. So you see, we in the kit we have a single needle. So those are great, but a little bit slower because if we want to do a lot more felting, you can invest a pink needle. So those are from Kluber. You can really easy to find on Amazon, or you can check our website. We also carry those too. But single needle is good too. So it's good for beginning, just start to practice. And another tool is, there's actually a lot of different type of needle holder. So this one can hold 4. So so this is actually very wide. Those are pretty good. But my one of my favorite one is this one. So this one, this is the metal one. So it can hold 6 needle, but I don't recommend for a beginner because this is a very heavy and wide. So it's a very easy to, if you work on small project, this is not very good for small project. But if you work on the larger piece, so for example, like this little dragon, it's very big. So I can, my hands, I can put it here and I can just poke like this. And this is actually very fast. So this will give you a very speed up how, especially once you have initial first pass of the laying the color, and then now it's just, you just want to lock them in. So the 6 needle tool is good. Okay. Okay, so let's see, let's check out everybody. How's everybody doing? Great. Okay, so yeah, looks like a potato. It's a great, Sarah, the green one, I like it.
It's
Ooh,
kind of not too bad.
and that's good, yeah. So yeah, any questions so far? So we talk about the basic shape and also talk about putting the colors. Okay. Okay, so so if you have the basic shape now, so now we can work on some more details, some features. So make it more like, so now it's still like a potato. And so how can we make that into a little triceratops? Okay, so let's see the design. So this one we have, so have the body and the head. So this design, actually, I combine the body and the head. So if you want to make the head is a lot different than this shape, then you can create separately. But here, since they are very close, they are very similar. So I just do it once. So that way it will save me a lot of time. And then later on, I can start putting more to make it a little more like a shape, the head. Okay. So the first thing we want, the next thing we want to do is to create a tail. Okay. So if you find, as I said earlier, the material management is very important. So you want to check your colors to see if you still have enough material. So if you don't have enough material, so you want to start to see how can I save some material for later use. And for example, I want to create a tail, but I don't need to create all the way through the same color. But sometimes it's easier just all the way through. But here, I will show you two methods to create the tail. So one is to use a pure color. So that will take a lot more material. And you just grab your material and roll that into the shape. Okay, so this is a one way, and then a poke and then create a shape. But I want to show you how to save your material. So remember where I have some mixing color earlier, but I don't need this color anymore, and I can just roll that and put it in the middle, and then cover that with the color. So now here we are making a cone shape. So one side smaller, one side bigger. Yeah, let me do that again. So put the extra white color inside. So you can put the color you don't need, put it in the middle, and then wrap with the color. But make sure you have enough of the color, the color you want, and then poke the fiber down.
Would you show that again, please?
Sure. So we are creating the part. So now we're making the tail. So and then I found right now, because the legs also use the same color, and I found out I may run into the issue running out this color, and so I can grab a little bit, so some of this color, right, and then I can put the color I don't need, and put this in the middle, put some white in the middle, but you don't need to do that. So you can just use a pure color if you still have enough. And then you wrap this around. You can see my hand is doing this. So that way the shape of my hand actually reinforce this shape into a cone. Then you can see this is a small and this size is bigger. And then once I fold this shape, and I can start poke the fiber down. So I would do just this line and this line. So you don't want to all over the place, because that way it changes the shape. So I do this and this and this. And then I turn my hand and do that. And then here is still very soft, so I will do very gentle, try to push them in. And then just poke the fiber down. And then you can see, I'm not going just straight down. So straight up and down, I go a little bit angle, probably this is about like 60 degree. Because the tail is going, you can see the tail is going to this direction, right? So this, it has an angle. And then I can do, let's see, you can see I'm doing like that. So that way it's kind of evenly. Okay. Now make sure you poke the tip back in a little. Because when we create a cone shape, the tips, the end is always a little soft. So I say I'm happy with the end. Let's get closer. So I'm happy with the end. But but here you can see here still really soft. I intentionally keep this soft. So when I need to combine them, I have enough material. But if you don't have enough material for the this, you can put some more. So that way, when we combine, it will be very easy to combine. And also, you can start once you have the shape you like, and then you can start to kind of test it out, see if this is what you, if this is the right size. Okay. Okay, so now I'm ready to connect two pieces together. Choose one end you like. So I like the yeah. I think now I create both ends are very even, and then we can so it doesn't matter which side, and then you can place them and poke it in. So here I want to do is to, you can see you can put in the right in the middle, but I like this. Can see the design for this triceratops. So I have this line going down and the button almost flat. So kind of like it has a really heavy back, and so give you this volume shape, right? So when I place this, I will put a lot closer to the button. So if you put, so for other dinosaurs like Stegosaurus, so you might want to put in the middle or even put in the top. For Triceratops, the design here, I like put in the bottom, so the base is flat. And also, when you connect two pieces, you can separate them, the base, the connecting part. So that way we will have a very smooth transition. Okay, so just put it up top and then poke the fiber down.
Mine looks ridiculous.
Can I see? Actually, so the reason it looked like that because you lost a little bit of transition. Don't worry. So for example, if this is getting too close, right? So
Okay.
you don't have enough for the bottom. What you can do, you can grab some more of the same color
Okay.
because they need kind of think about this as a clay. So if I have this here, I need a little more here, and I can just grab another piece and then
Okay.
put it here like that, and then just poke in.
Okay.
So we can fix that. But yeah, actually a lot of the time it's okay. It's because we haven't put any other feature yet. So it might look funny, but later on it won't. And also remember to, so when I combine them, I always do is, so at the beginning I poke a lot deeper because I want to capture all the fiber. And also if I do this 45 degree angle to poke the tail to the body, and I will remember always do the reverse is from the body and poke it back a little. So that way the material from the back can go into the tail, and also the tail material can go into the body. So that way it's make it a lot stronger. Okay, so they have this back. All right, let's stop here and check everybody. Okay. So it's great, yeah. It doesn't look okay, it's good. Yeah, nice. Very good. Oh, good, yeah. So Sarah's good. So Jane, yours, the base, you can put a little more to the base. So that way you can see the base start shrink a little bit. So you can grab some more material to create. Share screen. So you can grab more, put it in the connecting part. So that way it's not like feels like sometimes, especially when we give those to the kids. So they always try to pull all the ears and tails out. So you want to put a little more material to reinforce to hold it. And another way you can, so when we poke like that, so it's really easy to create a dips here. But if we press your hand, so use your hand to press it. So that way the connection holding a lot more material, and then you poke. So kind of you can see my hand is pushing that. Okay. All right, any questions so far? Great.
How stiff should this be by now?
Sorry, say that again, Jennifer.
I'm sorry, how stiff should this be by now?
Okay, so shouldn't be too stiff. So it should be kind of a little bit, so you can see
Oh, good.
mine's still a little bit soft, but that's okay. but it's not like this soft. So this is a too fluff.
Okay,
And the softer actually, the soft is better than too firm,
okay,
because soft you can still work on, but too firm is very difficult to work on.
okay.
So most common is that people work too much, and then it become like a rock, so it's hard to fix anything. Okay, so now we have this basic shape, and then we can start to put the legs. I'll put a sample here. You can see. So it depends on the design and what you want. You want the like here, this Triceratop has a very big head, so almost like a half. Is half is the body and half is and then I can decide where the legs gonna go. So if we are going to do the same thing, so we want to prepare our material first. So I want to do is to grab my material, kind of test it out, the first one, and use my hand to roll. Okay, so that probably good. It might be too big, a little less, let's say. So, okay, like that. And then I start prepare 3, total is 4 of them. So that way I know I'm going to have enough material and there will be a similar size. So if I do each individually, I might end up like all 3 are different. So this is one tips. If we create those, and then we can prepare. Okay. The amount. So a lot of time you don't know how how much material you need. So you can do a little test. So what you can do is to roll this. Try to squeeze this as much as you can, right? To roll this, and this will be similar to the final size. Because when you poke, it shrink a little bit, but this will be your final size. So and then you test it out, see, oh, this is a good size, or is this too big, too much? So more is better, because when we poke, it shrinks, and the longer, so then you have enough of material to still to work with. Okay, so after you prepare 4 little materials, so they are similar size, don't have to be exact, because we can still work with that. Okay. So to create the legs, you want to roll this into a little cylinder, like what we did for the body. And then you can see I'm using my hand to turn, so that way it's actually reinforced them to be very solid. And then put on the table or put on the mat, and then poke the fiber down. Because the first thing you want to do is to lock this shape. Lock this shape. And focusing on one side, because the base, these are doesn't matter, because I want this still soft. So just poke the fiber. And then base is still soft, that's good. And then so 1 down and 3 more to go. So when you work on the small shape, make sure you do slow. So a lot slower, the poking, you do it slow. Because it's very close to your finger. And the tips, here it's still very soft. So I want to push them back. And also this direction is a little bit of, because it's a head, straight head to my finger. And so that's why I'm not poking too deep. Just enough. Okay, so I have second one, and then put next to each other to see if they are similar size. Okay. Let's work on the third one. So if you feel a lot of time when we work on those and we're too focused and forgot to stretch our back. So remember to move your shoulder. So let's see. So you can move your shoulder, kind of stretch a little bit, because if you a lot of time I was really tense to work on. So my whole body gesture will lock like this, and you actually pull all the muscles, and especially if you work on a larger project. So kind of relax. Yeah, felting feel very just therapeutic. Oh, and also the shape, you can also use your hand to roll this a little bit. If it's too wide, you can use your hand to roll this. Okay, so now we have 3, and then make the last one. So I really like the sound of felting. So it has this cha-cha-cha-cha sound. And a different type of needle, the sound is a little bit different. And also the material is a little different in the feeling. So after, if you start working a lot more felting, then you can start feel when it's ready, you can just feel it. It is ready. Yeah, just the right amount of resistance. Okay, so now I have this 4 legs. So it's not completely the same. So like this one's a little fat, and this one is skinnier, but that's totally okay. All right, so let's check everybody. Great, yep. So Kate, can you put next to your the body so we can see? Yeah, okay, cool, yeah. Great. So, and also remember the base, we still want a little bit more material for the base. So, and because when we are connecting, so we want to separate them. So you just need to work on one side, and in this, the other side, you can keep it flat. So this is the process I found is the easiest to connect two pieces together without we putting extra. And it can create a very nice transition. Okay.
Jackie, I'm a little behind. I'm having some trouble with my tail.
Okay, so can I see?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I don't have enough material or if I'm not poking right. It seems to be very flat.
Okay, yeah, if you bring to the camera, I can see and I can show you.
I don't know. That's what I have right now.
Okay, wait, so who? Okay, I see not too bad. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
It just
So,
seems like the more I poke it, the more I'm getting a line rather than a triangle. So I didn't know if I needed more material or if I'm not poking
yeah,
it
that I
right.
think that's okay. That from what I see, it looks fine. But just
Okay.
if you squeeze is if you don't have enough material, so you can wrap another layer to make it thicker. But I think it looks fine. And also, if you sometimes the tail we intentionally do it's let me show my I was still sharing. Okay, here. So if you sometimes the body like here, right? And then we do so if it's too flat, we do the vertical, so it has a flat tail like that. So that works too. So if you create like alligator, sometimes we do the horizontal, and then it's a flat tail, and that also works. And yeah, so you can still when you combine them, so to try to you can kind of this has become a part of the design, so you can still connect them. Yeah, but I'm more of the connection part. You need enough material to let it combine. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, so prepare your prepare 4 legs and make them separate the base. So we have 2 ends. One is the tip and one is the bottom. And this part, the fluff part, is I'm going to use them to connect. So don't be afraid to try to pull this out. Yeah, but so when you poke, grab very close. Let's see here. Grab very close, try to pull it, but not. So if you pull like this, so you actually pull it out. So this, we just want to separate them a little. So separate this, and then this become like that. So the bottom is all fluffing out. So that way I have enough material to connect. So if you are creating a very long legs, so this part needs to be longer, and the button still.
My needle, because I was
soft.
trying to do bad things.
Okay. And then so grab the characters you have, grab the body, and then so sometimes I forgot, and I just start to put it And then I realized actually I put it the wrong side. So make sure the bottom. So we'll talk about, so if you like, so I want the tail is close to the bottom. And then I can start finding the one. So here's another interesting thing happening here is when I create this guy, so the design is top heavy, so that the head is really heavy. So if I put on table, it actually the head always drop. So to fix that, you can find the longer front legs. So you can create a longer front legs so to balance it out. So this will so he will stand a lot better. So it's not like always eating grass. So like if I put in here, so he actually always eating grass because the head is just too heavy. Okay, so let's do it. And then put it on top and then poke the fiber down. So here I just poked it like a couple of times, not totally committed to lock it because I need to check after where if this is the right spot. Okay, and then I can put the legs, the front legs, and remember, you need to save enough room for the head. Or the leg is coming from the chin, so that's not gonna be good. So just really quick to put it 4 legs down like that, and then I can put on the table to test it out. Yeah, I think that's good. The front might be a little bit too forward. So now I test this and I think it's good. And I can start to commit it and push the fiber down. And also because this is a combined 2 pieces, so I want to use a little force to squeeze to push it down and then poke. So the in between my 2 pieces has enough material to hold the shape. And you can see the legs start to shrink it down. Okay. And then always after poke a little bit, always check the balance, see if it's good. Yeah, but when you work and you start to see some of the problem area, for example, I found this, I don't have enough material for this end, that you can very easy to fix that. Just grab a thin layer and put on top and then poke the fiber. Okay. Use the chat. Okay, cool. So any questions so far? We good?
No, we're good.
Okay, great. Yeah, nice. Okay, yeah, I like this the heavy and the legs. Yeah, Jennifer is good. Yeah. Yeah, Laura is good. Yeah. Sarah, yeah. Okay, Sarah, can I see again? Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I saw it's missing one leg. So that's why I say, yeah, well, let's sit again. So after you put the 4 legs, make sure, so kind of bend it a little bit, see if it is strong enough. And if it's still not strong enough, just poke a little more, because the leg is important to be proper connect. And always can fix the shape. So like here, I found there's a big dips here, and I can just place that. And don't worry, sometimes when you poke the fiber, the shape change. You just need to add the material back. Okay, and then you can use your hand to kind of squeeze a little bit. Yeah, Sarah, I like it. It's great. Squeeze a little bit. So now we kind of like little very simplified version of the dinosaur. So we have the tail, the legs. So now is the time we want to separate.
Oh my God, he's actually standing up.
That's
I didn't
great.
think mine were gonna do it.
Yeah, so always check, put it on the table, check a little bit. Yeah. So you can stand it up. All right. So the next part is to do the so Triceratops has this interesting features. Is this like a crown, and so we can make that to separate, because this part is very important. Why? Is because then we can tell, okay, this is the head and this is the body. Okay. So let's prepare that part. So find the right color. So I might use, either I can go for the darker brown, or I can create a little bit of purple. I think this look good.
Oh my gosh, he's standing up.
Or yeah, kind of dress this part. Yeah, I think I could go for the little bit of burgundy color. Yeah, okay, so the next part, are we good? Are we good?
Mhm.
Okay, cool, yeah. So yeah, if you need any parts want to see again, I can you can ask me and I will show you. And yeah, so the next part is a little bit of tricky, because this is a flat piece. So we'll say hardest in the felting, the solid 3-dimensional shape is not too difficult, but the flat, thin flat shape is difficult, because you don't have enough material to hold it. Okay, so let's take a look to see. This basically is like that, right? So first we want kind of like the hairband. So what we need to do is to create a base first. and grab small amount flat, so long flat piece, and then fold it. I think I need more. So, and then I would do just double the layer. Okay, and then fold it, and then put on the mat, and then poke. So by here is make sure you're not poke too deep, because this is a flat shape. So you don't want to poke it too deep, because we want to measure how long this hairband gonna be.
How long, the length of the whole thing, how long should it be?
Yeah, so the length of the whole thing, we can do a test. So grab create a long shape like that, and then let's go from the body here,
Oh, okay.
and then go all the way back and then back here.
Oh,
So
there we
you want to create the whole thing, it's okay. The even the button is okay, but I would do I just do the topper portion. So from kind of like around the side of the leg, and then I
Oh.
have this measure, it's this long.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I can. So this is the length of the piece. So, and I can see. Okay, so I may have to add more. So this is about 3/4 of the length I need. Or you can, or you can start working, and then once you're kind of closer, and then you can kind of test it out to see if this is a good enough, long enough. Okay. So create a thin layer. And let's do this. So here I'm trying to, because this is a very narrow, this doesn't have enough material for me, but I can kind of fold this couple times, and then this will be enough for the piece. So for example, if I create this, it's not long enough, and I can start adding different sections to it. So make it longer. Here I want to do is here, this is soft part, and this is I want to extend from here. So I can just grab some material and let it here, and then just start poking.
Jackie,
Yep.
are you just folding it or are you actually rolling it?
Just folding it.
Just folding it?
Yeah, just folding it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Sometimes we do twist, because if this is because here it's not, if I twist it and rolling, so it will create very, very thin layer like this. So it will create like really thin shape. So if I create a line, I can do that. But this, if I twist it, it will create like a really narrow, kind of like a line. So that's why here I just do folding.
Folding. Okay, thank you.
Folding that. And also when I folded this, I can feel, you can use your hand to touch it and see, like, I feel this part is a dip, so it doesn't have enough material. That means I need to add more here. So I can just add more and pull very light. You can see I'm creating this is a very light, very, my needle is not going too deep. And so for the flat piece, it's very, very important is to, after pokes just several times, once you feel the shape is holding, and then you need to take your piece out of the mat. So if you continue poke it until you find, okay, this is perfect, it's a flat. When you take it out, it actually stick to the mat. So that's not good. So poke just a little bit. Once you hold the shape, so you can really easy to take it out, and then you want to flip. So take it out and flip, and then poke it again. So both sides will be good. Yeah, this is why we don't like use a brush, the felting brush, not the color. So Cooper is selling the brush, but we found that's very difficult to use because the one side, it takes a lot of material down, and also when you take it out, actually the other side is all fluff again. Okay. So we have this shape, but I want to give you a little more details so we can create a little sound of little bumps. So kind of create a lot more detail like you can see here. So it has this like a gear type of thing. So those are actually very simple. You just grab some extra material and roll it like that and put on top, and then just poke the fiber down. So that way we have this more refined shapes we can use. Yeah, this part is a hard, I found it's the hardest part for this project. It's the flat.
Will it be really soft, Jackie, the flat part? will it-
Yeah, a little bit. So I'm trying to, you can see, so the top is it's a little bit soft. So I'm trying to kind of make those squeeze in a little.
Okay.
So it's not too soft. So you can decide if you want to make it like really firm, it's okay. Or, but the firm ones to take a while to do. And then I can flip. So because I can continue working on the rest, but I want to flip right now. So, and also you can see when I flip, it's not just that I'm not just pulling this out. So I'm trying to reinforce to take it out. So that way it's because these two shapes to connect is not very strong. So we want to work a little more until they are both very strong. And also I'm not working the rest of it yet because I want to do a test to see if this is right. So a lot of time, because we are too focusing on what we are working on, and then we forgot to check the big picture. So it's a good idea a little bit, and then to test to see if this is what we need. Okay, I think it's good. The base a little bit too tall, but I think that's okay.
I feel like mine gets taller.
Yeah,
I'm-
because
okay.
it's flat, so it gets taller and taller.
Okay. So I just keep folding it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And don't worry, because so mine is also very tall. So and when I connect, it actually shrinks. So it actually the bottom part, it actually take the bottom part into the body. So so it will lose a little bit of height. So now I'm confidence this is gonna be right, and I can start create the rest. So it's good to do the test a little. So for example, like when we do painting, so we do studies first. So we create like small and quick to figure out the proportion, or especially when we do character designs. It's good to have your sketchbook and draw like a really small figure, not the bigger figure. So draw a small figure. You figure out the uniqueness of each characters, and then once you find the one you like, then you can make that into the final piece. So like this is thing happen also in the TV productions happen too. So one time we have this episode for the Clone Wars. So we the whole team worked really hard, but to the end, every shot got cut. The reason is because George Lucas doesn't his vision is different than what we produce. So a couple of months of work just wasted, because he wants to be this episode is more of a Normandy type of like battles, like an epic battle. We are going into a more drama, like a very deep, like just this Rocky characters and how he survived this crazy brutal battle. To focus on just one characters, but because it's a communication, and we spend so much time to create this sequence and the final polish. So after that, we decide we learn. So we create like stick figures and really rough, and then edit into a movie. So we use that as a communication piece to let the director and producer and also George to look at those to see if this is the right direction. And because sometimes when we got a script, it's very hard to tell what is about. And after we visualize those, and it's really helpful. So like what we do here is we create a smaller, just a little like a 3 and see if this is what we want. And then we can, fully commit it to do. So, okay, I think that's enough. Maybe one more. Yeah, one more. So you can see here, I'm trying to figure it out. So the fun is the process. So it's the process is really fun to figure it out. So for example, like I'm making 5 of them, right? So if I put on top this 5, feels like the side missing something. And kind of like this big baby where this so I think I need one more so I can squeeze them, so then I can get the full length of this. So one more. I didn't explain why I'm doing this here. So when I create, for example, when I create another piece here, right? So I grab a small amount, and I'm not just go straight and put this soft and put and start poking. I always put it in my hand and kind of wrap this into. So then, yeah, actually, I did a pre-filled, so they are already kind of compressed. And then just poke the fiber down. So that actually helps a lot because I already pre-filled this. So it's already have a shape. Yeah, this part you can explore different colors. it will all looks right. Then I can flip. And always use your hand to feel your piece a little, to kind of press this to feel if this is you have the consistency. So if you feel, oh, here, like here, I feel that there's some gap in between, and then I can put some more to reinforce it. So now I have this part, and I will wait for everybody. So how's everybody doing? In there? Yeah, this part is
I'm
the
still
hardest
having a
part.
hard time getting my flat piece to be flat. I'm not anywhere near getting the bumps on it yet.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, so the flat. Yeah, so this is the whole project. This is the hardest part, to create a flat shape. Great, yeah, Laura, this looks good. Cool. So yeah, just try to poke that. So it will be fluff, but if you continue poking, so it will flatten down. And a lot of times it's because it's not flattened, it's because you don't have enough material. You want to put a little more material so that it hold. So, but yeah. Okay, so let's see. There's one thing is sometimes, because this is it's a flat and thin layer, right? So shape. So it's a little bit hard to get rid of those fluffiness, those little extra fiber. So what we can do, since we are already poked them, so one thing we can do, I will take out this.
I can't do this.
One thing we can do is we can use our finger to kind of move them in. Can use our finger to move them in. And then poke the fiber down. So that way you have a clear line. And also you can do is, if you find, okay, those are shape is very solid, you can use a scissor. You actually can use a scissor to trim the extra fiber you don't need. So the scissor got glue.
I think I'm just struggling with making the little bumps. That's the hard part. Yeah, I
Okay,
can't
let
seem
me
to make
show you
them.
again how to make those bumps.
Yeah, can you do
Yeah.
one again?
Yeah, sure.
My
So,
first one came out good, but then I can't get anything else.
yeah, so the bumps is, so for example, let me create a flat really quick. So if you struggle with the flat piece, so I will show again. So you can just grab a layers like that. So it's like that, and then you fold it. So fold it. So now I have enough material, and then I just poke it down.
Okay.
So key is not poking too deep. So now I have this flat shape, but it's not holding yet. And then I can take this out and flip, because it needs to go other side. So they both side in and out, so then they can combine. Okay, so now I have this flat piece to work with. And also you can see, when I poke, I always do from outside to push them in.
Okay.
and then outside to push them in. So this will, it will shrink. And then flip. Okay, so now we have this a flat piece for the base, and then the bumps. The bumps, you can just grab some material. I would recommend grab a little more than you think. And then put it in your hand and wrapping to kind of make a little ball. So I have this ball and I can put, so when you put it, you want to overlap a little bit. So you want to overlap a little bit. So it's not just like a perfect on just sitting on top. It actually is overlap. You can see, very difficult to tell. You can see
Okay.
the bottom part is overlapped here. And then I can poke the bottom first and then poke the top. So I instantly have this little shape on top.
Got it. Oh, I did it. Thank you.
You're welcome, yeah. And then remember to flip. So the other side, and sometimes we don't have enough in the other side, so we can put a little bit of material and then continue building the shape. So push them in, push them down, push them in. Because when we use a hand to create this little kind of ball shape, they are not solid. So this is actually great to have a good amount let us to work with. Okay. So we'll talk about, so you can use a scissor to trim it. Just trim, don't cut it. So if you cut it into the felt, it could give you a very not organic, like a very sharp line. So those are not good. So trim it is just trim the extra fiber sticking out. And that's good. Okay. Okay, great. Yeah, Kate, I like it. Cool. So the next steps is we can start laying it out to lay down your character to see the position and the length if it's good. Okay, so I'm not worried about this extras. I want to keep them there a little. And then poke one end in. And then find the other end. You want to use your hand to kind of move them a little. Because this is important is we want to make sure they are in the right spot, or they will be like tilted. It's not very even. And also I've tried to push them back a little bit because I want to have a very big head. Okay, so once I like that, and then I can start to push them, push the rest into the body. I would do just both ends first, and then do also 45 degrees from the top into the body.
Do you actually want it to be even with the front legs?
You can decide. I kind of, what I did is I decided I want to, because I need a bigger head, so I just put right close to it.
Right, oh, okay.
Yeah, so I did put it here, there, but my this design is more of here.
Oh,
It
okay.
actually doesn't matter that much, just depend on how big is the head you want, the character you want to build.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, and then 45-degree poke from the top to the bottom and for both sides. Yeah, so then we found here some extra fiber, right? So what we can do, we can just trim it. Or you can fold it back. And then push those in. So take a look, see. Okay. And then you can still adjust them. The bumps, you can poke in the middle, right? So you can poke in between the bumps, and then to refine the shape.
Oh, shit.
If you didn't know it was a dinosaur, it almost looks like a lion at the moment.
Yeah, yeah. It looks, yeah, you can create a lion like this too. So because this is kind of like the man. So in my design, I like to exaggerate the features of the characters. And after a while, you still want to check the balance because sometimes once you put a new feature, you start getting change the shape a little. So a proportion is changing, and you want to bring back the design. Okay. All right, so let's check everybody, see how we doing here. It's great.
I just finished my
Uh-huh,
flat
yeah,
piece
yeah.
with the bumps, so I haven't put it on yet.
Yeah, nice. Cool. Yeah, I think that because I think also because of color. So we are choosing the purple and yellow, so it looks like the lion color. Cool. Okay. So. Okay, so the next part we can do is we can put the eyes. So or let's see. Yeah, we can put the eyes. So so we need to find the right spot. Like this character I designed, the eyes is on the side. So but you can do put it in the top also too. But I like the side because they are more like dinosaur-ish because it's so their eyes is more on the side. So the first here bring those crazy pumpkin. So this is one of the two I create. So they are very handy to use as a testing where the eye gonna go. So I can put this here. Put this here. It might be too exaggerate. So I can put that. Okay. All right. So there's a side, and yeah, I like them can be a very big eyes. So I'm preparing the surface a little bit because this piece feels a little soft. And also, for example, if you want to create, so like here, I think most of people the head is a round, so it's a smooth like a round, but it's look at this design. This is a little bit of more of a square-ish. So if you want to do this type of design, you actually can just flatten the side and also flatten other side. And then press the top and then poke. So this actually instantly gives you a little bit of a square look. So you use your hand to hold it and push it. See, this is a more like little square look. And then I can start creating the eyes. Okay, so put it here. So for making the eyes, you grab a small amount and then roll this into the shape, roll this into a ball. So if you still work on the other part, that's totally okay. I can show you again. And then play this on top and then
This is
poke the
not so
fiber.
good.
So poke the fiber down and then go around it. So now I create this first eyeball. Okay, so one down and one more to go. So just poke the fiber down. So I have two eyeballs and then so create little dots. Oh, I want to show you. See, a lot of people may know I usually store my material in a plastic bag. So this is a plastic zipper. Let's see here. So I have this bag with all the different the material. So those are actually easy to find. I think those are for the clothes or the blanket. So they have zip, so it's very handy. So you can see what color inside. So you can put all those scraps in here. So for the dots, you can just use your hand to roll little small piece, and then put on top.
Are you watching baseball? You're watching baseball now?
And just poke the fiber down. Yeah, so if I want to give sometimes, so you want to give a more detail, like here it's kind of like the eyes are very pop. You want to give a little more detail, so I like give them a little of a shadow underneath the eyes. So you actually create a characters. So give a little more details. Okay, and then also here, this
Oh, I'm in the
part.
middle of the class.
Okay. So I will show you again this part. So if you're still working on some other area, don't worry. Okay, so now we have two eyes. Okay, great. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, that's good. Yeah, Sarah, that's great. Yeah. Okay. So the last part is the horn. So that will, once we put that, it will definitely be a triceratops. If you put a nose, this will be a tiger, be a lion. So if you put a nose, and this is a lion, or if we put the horn, and it'll be a triceratops. So the horn is very simple. Yeah, is everybody ready?
No, but
Okay,
that's okay.
okay, don't worry, I wait.
No, I'm so far behind. Don't even worry. I'll figure it out.
Okay, yeah. So the next part, yeah, I still got some time, so don't worry. No rush. This is because usually felting is kind of relaxed. And especially for the new design or new construction, it's hard to finish in 2 hours. Usually I give this project is usually for beginner about like, I think it's about 3 hours. Should be able to do. But take as much as time as you can. Okay, so the next part will be is the horn. The horn is the same thing, kind of like the tail, but smaller. So you can just create, grab a small amount and then roll it. And then poke the fiber down. Create a small cone shape. And also the base will be the same as a fluff. So then we can have enough material to connect. So we need to make 3 of this. So 1 down, and also kind of test it out, see if you like it. Okay, cool. Yeah. So the front one can be smaller, the back 2 can be bigger. Okay. All right, 2. The last one. Okay, so we create 3, and 2 is longer, so they are going to be the back, and 1 is shorter. Okay. So I will stop a little bit and check everybody. Yeah, so if you have any questions, so or if you're stuck in some part, let me know. Yeah, Jennifer, that looks good. Great. Yeah, Jane, that's good. I like it. Sarah, that's cool. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I will continue, and if you have any question or just let me know. So for the horn, it's just like the tail, so we can roll this and poke that into a little cone shape. But here we want to connect. So a couple of things we can do is we can just go straight connect to the nose part, the first horn. But I found then we have to grab another material and poke it. So I would do a little surgery here, is to kind of open this up. You don't have to do that. You can just grab a new material and cover it. But since I already have this material here, I will open it up, do a little surgery, and then put the horn back and then poke the fiber. Just a little bit. And then since I open it up, and then I can push those back in. Then I don't have to put an extra layer to it. At the bottom part here, you can see still I'm losing a little bit. So I can grab some material to cover. Okay, the same thing as the rest. The two other horn, the same thing. So we have one, and then we create another two. So open up the area. Put it in. Let's poke the fiber down. So this way actually helps because the construction, the structure of this is to, so we have original on the top, and then when we open up, the bottom is still connect. So it's like the layer, the layer, so we open it up, but the bottom still connect to the body. So that way, this is a very strong. Because if we put a fresh layer, the bottom is still flow, it's not connecting. So that's why I like to do this way. And also it looks very natural. Okay. So yeah, just push the fiber because I found the middle has little dips, so I can really easy to fix that. Okay, so it's getting closer to what I'm looking for. And then I can adjust the horn a little to see. Okay, and after a while, I found because I keep squished it like this, so the leg is bending forward, so I can fix that by just grab it back and then poke it. Okay, so and then I test to see if this is a balanced. So can he stand? Okay, yeah, let's see. Okay, so that's it. Let me check everybody's work. And let me know if you have any questions. Kate, that's great. Awesome. It's very cool. Yeah. Jane, that's cool. Great. Sarah, that's good. Carissa is cool. It's great.
No horns yet, but I'm getting there.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Lindsay, that's great. I like the shape. It's a longer.
The tail got
beautiful,
away
yeah.
from me. The tail got away
That's
from
awesome.
me.
Wow, Laura, that's great. I like it. Okay, take your time, take your time. Will ask me any questions. And so to the very end, I want everybody to, we need a group photo. So everybody can bring your character to the camera. So I will take a screen grab. Yeah, Lindsay, I really like the shape. It's awesome. It's a little bit longer. It's nice.
It was
Very
not
cool.
intentional, but there it is.
Oh, that came out cute.
Yeah. Okay, so that's here. It's great.
Lopsided. Oh, well.
So yeah, I think this is our little triceratops. And so if you're ready, we can bring to the camera. So I will take a group picture. So even it's not complete done, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm like, I
Mine's
love
not
that.
anywhere near done.
Not
Yeah,
even
that's
close.
okay. Take your time. Don't worry.
Oh, that's cute.
I will stay after it's done. I will stay.
Sarah, I love that green and the blue. Those look awesome together.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
It was
is everybody
very
ready? Put in the I will take a screenshot. All right. So 1,
Oh.
2, 3. Perfect.
That was
Great.
fun.
All
That
right.
was very fun.
So yeah. Any questions? I hope you enjoyed this class and you have fun. Yeah. Move your shoulder. We've been working this for like an hour, 2 hours now. So
That was the quickest 2 hours.
yeah.
Yes, it was.
You guys are
Work can never go
great.
that
It's
fast.
2 hours to finish the one characters. And this is a complicated characters. It's not like a penguin or owl. Those are simpler. Yeah, that's great.
I'm excited for the T-Rex.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, T-Rex.
All those teeth.
Yeah,
I
all
know.
those teeth. So we need to prepare some coffee, some snacks. Yeah,
Personal
probably gonna be
masseuse.
like 3 hours.
Personal masseuse.
We will see. All right, awesome. Cool, yeah, and so
Jackie, thank you for doing the class in May.
yeah.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
R2D2.
yeah, little advertisement in May. It's one of my favorite months because the May 4th.
May the 4th.
So we have a Star Wars thing, the R2 class in May. If you interested, you can sign up. So that'll be very fun to do. It's a little bit challenge. It's more because we do a lot of organic shape, but that's the mechanic shape. So it's a lot of fun, very cute. Yeah. And also for this, we need your help. So if you enjoy the kit, the dinosaur kit, help us to write the reviews on Amazon. So yeah, just give us your feedback and put on so the product reviews. That will be really, really helpful to help us to improve. And yeah, so next week will be the T-Rex. I'm very excited. I haven't decided which color I want to do, and give us some suggestion. And yeah, I like the colors that you guys choose. The blues, the green, the orange. Those are all great. So yeah, so give us some feedback and what color T-Rex. Maybe we can do a vote next week.
Ooh, I might do a pink one.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy the class and let us know what other characters you want to see and we can I can start to develop the different classes. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, we're also thinking about going into more of the refine and detail, the more challenging one. So we can break one class into 2 sections, and that'll also be very fun too. All right. So
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jackie.
Thank
you're
you, Jackie.
welcome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Always fun.
Great.
Thank you, Jackie.
Okay, so yeah, I hope to see you next week, and thank you
Thanks.
very much for joining us, and I hope you
Isn't
enjoy. I will see you
Thanks,
soon.
Thursday.
Isn't it
Thank
2
you.
weeks?
Thank you.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Okay, thank you.
Isn't it on the 23rd?
23rd.
So yeah, not sorry, not next week. Let's see.
2 weeks.
Yeah,
2
2
weeks.
weeks.
2 weeks.
In
2
2
weeks.
weeks,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, don't rush the month.
Yeah, 2
I'm
weeks.
not ready yet.
Yeah, 23rd.
Okay, cool.
Okay, great. All right, I will see you soon. Okay, bye bye.
I got a horn. I got a horn.